think everybody has a brain, and they all know how to use it. They just don't want to. But if they had a chance to be in Mr. Devoll's class, which I think he said at the beginning of the year, everyone's going to have a chance to be in there. I think if they had a chance to do that, they would understand that they really need their credits and they need to keep their grades up so they can graduate. Because that's what he tells us all the time. You guys need to keep your grades up so you can graduate and be out of high school like you want to be. I'm like, yeah, I know. And he just teaches us that. And if other kids knew what he was saying, if they were like being motivated the way we are, I bet their grades would be like amazing.
The most important aspect of my job is to develop not only relationships with students, but authentic relationships with students. And you know, at first that's difficult to do when students come in here experiencing what they've experienced and they have their guards up. But even in the face of rejection, we constantly pursue them to develop that relationship and to get them to graduate.
I think he's a pretty good teacher. He's probably one of my, yeah, I think he is probably my favorite teacher. Actually, he's the most lean back, but he's really understanding and everything when it comes to school stuff, so he's a good friend too.
That's why his class is my favorite. I love coming to that class, it cheers me up. It makes me feel a little bit outgoing, because when I first started high school, a little shy, didn't really talk to anyone, and then he's like, ATL, go talk to him. And he's like, go say hi to someone. And I'm like, all right, Devoll, chill. So he kind of got me more outgoing than what I usually am, because usually I wouldn't talk in front of a camera, or I would sit in the back of the class like this. But I'm more interactive with the classroom and with the guests that come in, and I like meeting new people now.
Kids like me that didn't really have anyone in the beginning to push them, to help them with their work, and people that like Miss K or Sarah, who's from Good Guides, and Miss K's from CTAG, they take their time out of the day to help kids that don't really, a lot of them don't really care, because no one's really cared about them. And like my mother never really pushed me or anything, and when I moved in with my father, it was always a fight to do things. And Miss K has she's more persuasive than the father is, so it's easier to get along with her.
Pat, yes, listening to his interview kind of, put a little tears in my eyes, because him and I, we have had our battles, and he's had his battles with his teachers and our principals and his father. His father is very on board with everything we do too, and it's a pride of, just a proud mama. But I couldn't do it without the community agencies that come in and help us, and I surely couldn't do it without the teachers. It's just, everybody has a hand to play for our students.
In the CTAG program, we've got people working with Dava over at Heritage Middle School and Wilson Middle School. We've got a program called Girls in Progress, and we've got about 15 girls that come every morning from 10 till 8 in the morning until 8:20. And we have 5 different staff members that come and work with them, talk with them, help instruct them. We've got somebody that does needle arts mentoring. We're teaching them how to knit, which will give them a great skill, first of all, and be able to help them make beautiful things. But at the same time, we're building their eye-hand coordination and their reading and math skills. Let's see, we also have a mental health day, and we have someone that talks to them about things like financial literacy, part of our Bridges Out of Poverty program. So we're kind of making it a junior Bridges program, starting at a little younger age, in the hopes that we can teach these kids how to rise above what may be generational in their families.
We were doing a series of life management. We were talking about setting goals for life, talking about values, and just all these different lessons about making good decisions. And he asked me to talk about success, and I was thinking about success, and I go, you know what? I could go in there and we could talk about success, and I could tell you all what I believe about success, okay? But what I really want to know, before we talk about that, give you
So the
steps
Vineyard
to
Grace
success.
Fellowship, you know, we've connected with them and linked our students with them, again, to develop relationships with them, more as a mentoring aspect too. Because I'm seeing a lot of our students not having that significant adult in their lives.
What is success? Write it down in your own words what you think success is.
And you know, they help out, you know, and supplement what I'm doing and continuing to connect with those students.
If anybody wants to share with us, like in your definition as you're writing it down, I'd love to hear. Tell me right now, what do you think? Go ahead.
I said success is being happy with the end result with something you do or try.
Okay, good. And that's a word that comes up all the time.
We always say there is no health without mental health. So it is all very combined, and everything has to be in sync for the whole person to be healthy. So I believe that if children are going through difficult times, that will affect their academic success. So we want to make sure that they feel whole, safe, healthy, so that they can give their best effort for their academic success. And then academic success breeds good jobs, more schooling, you know, going on to college or vocational school, having a career, having a healthy, safe family. You know, it'll help the entire community if we can start at this level and make a difference for these kids.
I know that I learned one thing. We was going over, we was talking about like anger and anger management skills and everything, and I never really thought about it, but the speaker told us that anger is always a secondary emotion. You always feel something before anger, and that's what results in anger. So whether it's, you know, disappointment or just sad or irritated, something like that. I was like, I never really thought about it like that. I always just know that if something happens and if it irritates me, you know, I'm mad instantly, pretty much. Because, yeah.
That's a big insight.
Yeah.
At State Farm, we believe that every child deserves a quality education, an education that will help them achieve success down the road. And so we wanted to support the CTAG program because we feel that the students at Newark High School, at the middle school, deserve a quality education, and through this program they're able to achieve that.
10,000?
10,000!
That means 1,000 each, you know what I mean? Bring on the money.
But we strongly believe in the good work that
Oh,
Newark
that's
City
just
schools.
for you?
That's
for us.
Newark City Schools, it's for all.
Josh and Dava talked about some of the challenges that students at Newark High School face, and how partnering with local businesses and local nonprofits and other community organizations, that together we're able to help these kids achieve success in the classroom and outside of the classroom and well into the future.
Really try to engage students over the summer, because we know, you know, summer is a time where a student may choose to drop out of high school. So we created a summer bridge program where we connect students, connect with students and go on a trip somewhere, just to really establish and maintain those relationships that we've built throughout the school year. And we went to a Cincinnati Reds baseball game. Kids had a great time. It was July 3rd, we had a fireworks presentation. They set us up in club seating, and it was first class. And some of our students have never been out of Newark, and it was that was an experience in itself, just to go to Cincinnati.
What would you want people to know about the kids you work with that maybe you feel like most people don't really know?
I feel their home life. I feel like and it's not anybody's fault, but we put a lot of stress on grades and academics, which of course are very important, and test scores, but a lot of these kids have bigger issues at home, and Johnny may be helping take care of his brothers and sisters at night, and that's why he's fallen asleep in class, not because he doesn't care about the subject, but that he has bigger things going on at home, or, you know, that they live with single parents, or mom and dad could be, you know, in jail or just not in the picture. Just that they have, for them it's survival, and a lot of times You know, sometimes we just look at a grade on a grade card, and that reflects poorly on them. But just their story, I wish their story was known to everybody.
Newark struggled with having a graduation rate above 80%. It's never been above 80%. And the district was required to hire 2 linkage coordinators, Dave and myself, to identify these at-risk students and you know, be a primary motivator, academic coach, and mentor to see through graduation. And you know, we're just one piece of the puzzle in increasing that graduation rate. There's a lot of things Newark's doing as a whole to help our at-risk students, and it's last year was 84.9%, and that increase just shows what we're doing as a school holistically to help our at-risk students.
How do you imagine that your high school here would have been different if there wasn't this CTAG program?
Well, probably wouldn't, to be honest, I probably would have dropped out by now because in the past, I've been really behind on my classes, and like even right now, I'm still behind on credits, but I'm really focusing on graduating now, so, and I have a lot of motivation now to graduate and everything, so I'm passing all my classes and catching up now, but a lot of that is because of having Devoll and the CTAG program back me up all along the way, so that way I didn't just give up on it completely. Because there were a couple times where I kind of did give up on it, but what kind of brought me back to it and kept me going through it was Devoll and the CTAG program, so yeah.
Dylan probably would already be arrested and in juvenile detention, and I'd probably be expelled and going the same way that he is. I'd probably start doing drugs around the same time my mom did, around 16. I'd probably end up throwing my career away, everything.
There's really good students in there. Like, all of them have come a long way from where they were at the beginning, literally. Gary, he didn't talk at the beginning. He's very talkative now, very. Me and Cheyenne, my best friend, my best friend. We talk all the time, and we were split up in 6th grade. She moved, and now she's back here, and we're very talkative with each other. Drew and everybody, they all get head on in class, and they answer all the questions, and they pay attention. It's not like any other class because kids actually want to pay attention in here. Like, I pay attention in my other classes, but I actually enjoy paying attention in this class because it's so interesting. You learn something new all the time.